it's Tottocharizze. I'm back again with another notebook review featuring the Journalier Stationery Dotted Notebooks. Yes, you heard the S right there. I am very lucky to receive not just one, but two notebooks to show and test out for you guys. And while the brand is generous enough to send me these and the kind sponsor of this video, I assure you that I'll be transparent and everything I say in this video are entirely my own. Let's first unbox and go through the overview of these notebooks. They come in a beautiful black gift box embossed with their brand logo in gold foil. The notebooks are sealed in a plastic cover. They sent me their first two designs, the Aspiration and the Courage, which are designed in Australia. Both are in A5 sizes with 5mm dot grid. Each notebook is sold for $24.95 US. It has a vegan leather hardcover. The paper is 120 GSM with 188 pages and page numbers, two satin bookmark ribbons, an elastic closure band, and a back pocket. Now let's take a closer look to have a better understanding whether these notebooks are a great option for you. The notebooks come in a sleeve like most dot grid notebooks, and the design or layout is unique on its own. Written are the features on the front and on the back. The elastic band is looped around the notebook. There is also a raised lettering of the brand in navy blue color on the front cover and at the back, as well with the logo in gold foil, which are a nice detail. The cover is very sturdy and is wrapped in PU leather or polyurethane leather, an artificial leather made of thermoplastic polymer, and is considered vegan. It feels super amazing. It's so smooth. I'm a fan. In my experience, leather covers tend to get dirty, so make sure to clean your desks first before every use. What makes these notebooks more unique are their original watercolor cover designs, and how they named each one of them are very inspiring. I also like that they decided to print the artwork on the cover fully, because there are some notebooks where there are designs on the front, but when you flip it on the back, there's nothing else to see. Looking inside the notebook, the first two pages are blank. That is similar to my very first dotted notebook. It doesn't have the typical "this notebook belongs to" label to put your name on, but if you like to customize or design the way you want it, then that is good. There are two satin bookmarks found in the middle of the notebook. The ribbons are color coordinated with the cover, navy blue and raw sienna for the Courage, and navy and light blue for the Aspiration. At the back is a pocket you can use to keep your stickers or small documents. The notebook has a lay-flat design, a thread stitch spine, and the end sheets aren't glued that much, which I absolutely like on a notebook. The paper itself is in ivory color. Here's a comparison with a standard printer paper. I also think it's uncoated because it feels dry. The pages are numbered with quite a large font for me. I wish it is a bit smaller so it doesn't look prominent on the page. The dots and page numbers are in medium gray. There are 26 dots horizontally and 39 dots vertically with 5mm spacing. One more thing to keep in mind is that 6 dots are missing where the page number is. Journalier Stationery claims that their notebooks are suitable for all types of pens and markers and can even stop permanent markers from showing through the other side. So we shall see through our pen test. I'm also gonna be doing a paint test to see how it handles paint. I'm doing the pen test first using all the pens that I have on hand, starting with my fountain pen. The moment I began writing, I just love how the pen glided smoothly on the paper. There is no feathering at all. I'm also testing my go-to fine liners and some rollerball pens. I have my most used pen, the Sakura Pigma Micron pen, then a Unipin fine liner, Pilot G-Tech C4, Pilot High-Tech point pens, and Uniball I, both of which are feathering on my past notebook reviews, but this time on this notebook, they didn't at all. And lastly on this category is the Stabilo .88. At this point, I noticed that inks take longer to dry in it, so keep that in mind to prevent smudging. Following that are my brush pens, the Tombow Fudenosuke Hard Tip brush pen, then an ordinary brush pen I got from one of my stationery hauls, then a Tombow ABT Dual Tip brush pen number 942, and as always, I test 3 layers. I also have the Sakura Koi coloring brush pen in sienna and a Crayola Super Tips washable marker, then a highlighter test using the Stabilo Swing Cool. Moving on to gel pens, I'm testing white pens using the Sakura Jelly Roll and Semi-Art White Gel Pen, then my Dong-A pen in khaki. Next are metallic gel and paint pens, the Dong-A My Metal pen in gold, Semi-Art gold and silver gel pens, the Artline 900 XF gold marker, and the Uniposca gold paint pen. Lastly, for the pen test are the alcohol-based markers. So far, I haven't had a notebook review without alcohol-based markers bleeding through the paper, but we are still going to try them out on this notebook. I have the Touch 10 sketch marker and the Shopee permanent marker. After that is the paint test. I am testing solid watercolor first with 3 tests, beginning with a minimal amount of water, then a gradient, and lastly with significant amount of water. Second is gouache paint test, starting with a very pigmented paint using less water, then a blend of 2 colors. I tried to match the colors of the artwork on the notebook, and lastly is the paint with more water. Finally, for the paint test is a gold watercolor test where I did 3 shades of gold but with different amount of water. First one is minimal, second is medium, and the third is significant. Now it's time to see the results. Let's see first for the pen test. Okay guys, do you see any bleeding? I wish you could see my initial reaction when I saw the pen test result. I am totally blown away on how there wasn't any bleeding or ghosting at all, especially on the alcohol-based markers. Journalier Stationery didn't lie on their claim. I was skeptical at first about the permanent markers not showing through before the test, but here it is, everyone. This notebook is resistant to bleeding and ghosting from pens and markers. Now I'm curious how and what this paper is made of. As for the paint test, there is only slight buckling on the gold watercolor test, but then again, there's no bleeding even on the wettest, which is absolutely amazing. These notebooks really performed very well considering that it only has 120 GSM paper, and to be honest, it outmatched all the notebooks that I've used throughout my bullet journaling journey. I expected the permanent or alcohol-based markers to bleed, but they didn't. The results are way beyond my expectations. Aside from the outstanding performance of these notebooks with regards to paper quality, I also love the uniqueness and originality of the designs. How they named their notebooks are very inspiring. It makes bullet journaling or even a simple writing even more meaningful. The paper are also 100% recycled and the covers are recyclable, which shows how they aim to be environmentally responsible. However, they used plastic on their packaging, but they mentioned it to be recyclable too. But I hope they can find an alternative to that. What I would suggest for improvement are smaller page numbers and lighter dots. And while I'm into bright white paper right now, I wish they can also make one. And for those of you who like B5 sizes, I hope they can come up with that too in the future. All in all, these notebooks are very well made and I highly recommend it to every one of you. Journalier Stationery is also kind enough to give me a discount code to share to you. You can use Tottocharizze10 for 10% off upon checkout on their website at journalierstationery.com, which I will also link on the description box below. They are currently shipping to Australia, UK, Canada, and the US, but they're working on to expand to more countries. That is all for this review. I hope you found the notebook you've been looking for. Let me know what your thoughts are about these notebooks. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.